Hey, will you wiggle the back of that power cord for the box? There you go.
Just give me the thumbs up.
What's that? Okay. Testing. I think it's still coming through the camera. I think I cut it off.
No.
Oh my God.
Try talking.
Sorry.
Testing 1 2. Checking mic. Mic check.
Should automatically cut off the. Should automatically cut off your mic.
Ready to go.
Here we go.
And I was ramped
Okay.
up the car all the way up here thinking we were going somewhere.
Do the lineups first and then national.
Somewhere fun.
Is the mic coming through at all?
Yeah, we're done.
My what? This?
Yep, it's coming through.
Now it's now you're good, Bird.
Hey, Connie. Yeah, you're coming through. Good.
All right.
Check. Good morning, and St. Vrain Valley Schools would like to welcome today's attendees for our softball regional matchup between the visiting Heritage Eagles and your Erie Tigers. Thank you for your involvement and support as we continue to advance the education, sportsmanship, and well-being of our students. The future of Colorado is in public schools, and together we are taking education by St. Vrain storm. On behalf of the Front Range League, St. Vrain Valley Schools and Erie High School would like to ask spectators to consider the time and effort that both teams have put forth in preparation for this contest. We urge you to tailor your actions to bring credit to yourself and your school. You're expected to cheer for your team and not against your opponent. We would also like to acknowledge and thank today's officials for their commitment to a safe, fair contest and for providing the opportunity for our student athletes to compete. Thank you and enjoy the game. Good luck to both schools. Hey, softball fans, today's game is being broadcasted for free on the Erie Tiger Network. Be sure to tell friends and loved ones who couldn't attend the game to check out the game online at youtube.com/Erie Tiger Network. UC Health, powered by Orthopedic and Spine Center of the Rockies, is proud to provide athletic training and sports medicine coverage for St. Vrain Valley Schools. Together, keeping student athletes healthy and happy on and off the field, they support St. Vrain's mission of providing every single student a strong competitive advantage. Go Tigers! Now let's meet the lineups for both teams, starting with the visiting Eagles. Number 1, Danielle Dawson. Number 2, Bryn Steffen. Number 8, Macy Wilson. Number 9, Sydney Edwards. And the starting lineup for Heritage. Second base, number 3, Eliza Auger. Pitcher, number 20, Avery Fitz. Center fielder, number 12, Ashlyn Porter. Catcher, number 15, Addison Blake. Right fielder, number 10, Andy Buchen. Shortstop, number 24, Sophie Magna Mamili. Third baseman, number 7, Madison Pacheco. First baseman, number 5, Caitlin Chamanti. Left fielder, number 11, Aaron Walsh. Heritage is coached by Darren Schultides, Dylan, and Matt Bryant. And now let's meet your Erie Tigers. Number 10, junior Nat Lundy. Number 14, junior Molly Nelson. Senior number 15, Layla Rodriguez. Sophomore number 17, Erin Young. Senior or junior number 20, Grace Sackett. Junior number 22, Avery Gilbert. And senior number 23, Davina Ruiz. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Erie Tigers. Starting at catcher, number 7, Megan Nelson. Starting at third base, junior number 18, Jay Hernandez. Starting in the 3-hole, shortstop, number 3, Addie Osborne. The designated player, number 13, Renee Lexowski. The second baseman, number 24, Gabby Gricius. Starting at first base, number 9, Lily Smith. Starting at right field, number 5, Kelsey O'Dowd. Starting in center field, number 12, Mia Johnston Martinez. And the flex player and starting pitcher, junior number 2, Maddox Hall. Also, number 4, Reagan Agnew. The Tigers are coached by Tobin Echohawk, Steve Carpenter, Jennifer Valdez, Kaylee Handley, Nicole Shackleton, and Kristen Roger. Fans, at this time, please stand or remove your hats and direct your attention behind home plate toward the flag for the national anthem. Thank you, and let's play ball.
Well, I only screwed up a little bit.
I'm just going to ask if he needs it.
I'm good.
Can I do play-by-play for this first game and do it for the second game? Or do you want to do
You think you're
Let's switch off by inning, like by real announcers. Start off. Let me get us started. And then are we? Hello and welcome into the Erie Tiger Network for today's broadcast as the Erie Tigers in regional play will take on the Heritage Eagles. Thank you for joining us. I'm Brandon Bird. Alongside me is Dylan Richardson, and we should have some fun today, a chance for the Tigers to once again clinch a spot at state, but first they have to take care of business not only in this game here, but if they were to win this game, they would face the winner of Fossil Ridge High School, and Arapahoe as well. And so, well, Dylan, it's one of those days that is a perfect day. You never know what you're going to get in the fall in Colorado in an October day, but pretty much perfect conditions for softball today.
Yeah, not much more that you could ask for. Little to no wind. The sun is shining. It's not too hot, but it's not too cold. It's perfect weather. Your hands don't get too cold when you're throwing the ball. And hopefully the Tigers can find some success today, as they did last night in football, and punch their ticket to the state tournament again.
Maddox Hull, the starting pitcher, your starting battery here in this broadcast presented by Gen Realty. We're broadcasting live from the Gen Realty broadcast booth. It's Maddox Hull on the mound for the Tigers, Megan Nelson behind home plate. And for these Tigers, they have made the state tournament. Gosh, I don't even remember the number now. At one point it was like 24 straight years, and that COVID year they actually missed out for the first time in a while, but that was a shortened field. I think there should be an asterisk next to that one, and so a chance for the Tigers to go back to the state tournament today. And Hull will check the armband and reel and fire, and the first pitch is just inside for ball one.
So always good to get started. Definitely a little bit inside that first pitch, but hopefully Maddox can go in here early.
Having a couple scoreboard issues, by the way, as that one is a chopper picked up and fired to first for the first out of the game.
And that's a good pitch to force some weak contact, and a good job reacting, getting the comebacker. Good to note. One thing to note is that the Tigers, their two main pitchers, are some of the best in the state. I do believe Grace Sackett has the best ERA in the state, and Maddox Hull is not too far behind her.
Hull delivers. That one is an off-speed pitch taken over the outside part of the plate to Avery Fitz, the starting pitcher here for Heritage. That one is chopped foul. Well, we have not had a whole lot of opportunity this year to do play-by-play on the Erie Tiger Network, so we're glad it worked out. It was a Friday when school was off. So we're excited, and Greg Gilbert has done a great job getting these streams up all year, as this is weekly hit to third, picked up, fired across the diamond in time for the Tigers. And a nice job by Jay Hernandez making her second play of the inning. So two gone quickly here in the top of the first for Heritage. Now Ashlyn Porter will come to the plate.
Yeah, and a good start for the Tigers, staying clean on the defense, and hopefully they can get through this first inning quickly and get the bats up.
That one is ripped down the first base line off the hand or glove of Lily Smith out into right field. Jumping up and firing that one in was Jay Hernandez, but a double there down the line. That was a hot shot. Lily may say, hey, I'll take the air. She's a competitor, but I don't know. That one was ripped.
Yeah, the left-handed batter got that one right in the sweet zone, and it was surprising to see that first baseman Smith even got a glove on that, and maybe a little unfortunate if she hadn't. It could have been held to a single.
Now the catcher, Addison Blake, up to the plate. The righty will step in here against Hull. 1 on, 2 out here for the Eagles in the top of the first. Hull peering through the face mask, delivers an off-speed pitch just outside. That one is taken for a ball.
And so now the Tigers gotten themselves in a little bit of a pickle here, running on second, 2 outs, but just a couple more pitches, they can get themselves out of this.
Time is called by the home plate umpire, and he is going to give a warning here to Maddox Hull. I'm not 100% sure what that was for.
Might have been a little bit of a legal motion. Hard to tell from here. Definitely didn't notice it at first.
And that one hit up the middle. Here comes the throw to the plate, not in time, and Heritage takes a 1-0 lead here in the first inning. So an RBI single for Blake. And that will bring up the right fielder for Heritage, Andy Bochen.
And that was just a good piece of hitting to hit it the other way through the hole, and Heritage jumps on maybe a mistake. I think the first baseman Smith would tell you it was a mistake that led to that run, but definitely some good hitting, and they get rewarded for it.
So 1-0 the count here. Bochen starts off with the ball. Tigers gave up 2 runs in their scrimmage in the first inning to Holy Family earlier this week, as this one is weakly hit back to Hull. She'll pick it up, fire to first. 1-3 on the putout, but a run does score. We'll mute our mics here for a moment here on the Erie Tiger Network. And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Let's go over the starting lineup, this hitting lineup for the Tigers. Megan Nelson will lead things off. Jay Hernandez will bat second. Out of the 3 holes, Addie Osborne. And then it will be Lakazowski that will bat the cleanup spot. Gricius, the 5 spot. Lily Smith, the freshman, will bat in the 6 spot. Reagan Agnew, 7th. O'Dowd, 8th. Mia Johnston Martinez, 9th for the Tigers. And so Megan Nelson will now step up to the plate here for Erie.
And so now the Tigers, they need to get something going after giving up the 1 run last inning. Definitely good job getting out of it, so they only gave up the 1 run. But now they need to find some success on offense.
Pitch in there for a strike to Nelson. The starting pitcher for Heritage is Avery Fitz. Heritage is 13-10 on the season. Fitz has appeared in 19 games this year, a record of 9-6. As that one is taken for a strike, Fitz has struck out 73 batters on the season, carrying a 3.85 ERA as that one is taken outside for a ball.
And that's definitely a good pitch on 1-2, hopefully hoping to get a chase from Megan Nelson. Good job by her to lay off that one.
Fitz delivers. This one is struck sharply down the right field line, and pulling up for a leadoff single is Megan Nelson. So a good leadoff base runner start for the Tigers, and this Tiger team, they can absolutely hit the ball. We mentioned they gave up 2 runs to Holy Family in the scrimmage, but then they clobbered them 18-2 in that scrimmage.
Yeah, and that's just a good piece of hitting to take what the pitcher gives you and put it the other way, and Megan Nelson gets the Tigers going early.
Hernandez, a .533 hitter on the year. The Tigers are a .407 hitting team. You think back to other great Tiger teams, where really their average was just a titch over 300 as a team. This team can really hit. There's a chopper up the middle, and right on cue, back-to-back singles for Megan Nelson and Jay Hernandez. And now you have one of the more dangerous hitters in the state in Addie Osborne coming to the plate. 6 home runs on the year. That leads all Tigers, along with Laskowski. Excuse me.
Yeah, and that's another good piece of hitting to chop that one over the pitcher. And now the Tigers have a chance with no outs and 2-1 to take the lead here early in this game.
367 on the year is Osborne. The 0-1 pitch by Fitz is swung on and missed, and I think Addie tried to rip that one.
Yeah, she definitely saw that ball. That was definitely left a little bit too much over the plate. Just swung a little bit out of her shoes on that one.
She'll take that one just off the plate for ball 1. 1-2 the count. Heritage wanted that call. But so far today what we've seen is a little bit on that outside plate, not really giving that strike call either team. And that one's outside as well, 2-2.
Yep, and that's 2 straight pitches that are real close but not quite there. Good job by Addie to lay off those and not get caught chasing.
Swung on and fouled into the backstop. And we'll do 2-2 again. 2 on, nobody out for Addie Osborne and a 2-2 count here in the bottom of the first. Tigers trail at 1-0. Delivery is low and away, and now Addie, who was in an 0-2 hole, has worked it full.
And this is a big count for Addie. She's probably going to get some to hit here, and hopefully she can do something with it.
The delivery called strike 3. Looking on the outside part of the plate, and that's the first out of the inning. Renee Laskowski will now come to the plate. She also has 6 home runs. And this one is pelted down the line, but just twisted foul.
Yeah, and that was one where a little bit of an inside-out swing that just held just about 2 feet outside of the foul line over there to the right side.
0-1 the count as Avery Fitz trying to work herself out of a little bit of a first inning jam. The pitch is chopped, weakly hit. Oh, it took a bad hop and ate up the shortstop, and now the bases are loaded. So an error on the shortstop.
Gabby Gricius.
That was, well, let's see if we can say this right. Main Gamelli. Delivery underneath the knees, taken for a ball. As Gabby Gricius comes to the plate. Gabby, 418 hitter, has 3 bombs, 3 triples. Leads the team in that category. 6 doubles, so she's an extra base hit machine. And she has 20 runs batted in this year. Delivery, ooh, fouled off the catcher's mask. That one will ring the ears.
Yeah, that's one where definitely jumps you for a second when it comes off you. Catcher, as a catcher, you get that a lot, and first time it happens, it's definitely scary. After that, you get used to it after a while. And hopefully now Gricius can capitalize on bases loaded.
This one is fouled back out of play. The scoreboard in the outfield has gone down. The sensitive cord. We need to replace this cord. And that one will miss for a ball. Bases loaded, full of Tigers here for Gabby. The pitch in the dirt. Good stop behind home plate for Addison Burke. That could have been a run for the Tigers. Delivery. This one is floated to right field. They might send her. They will. There's the catch, the throw into home, not in time, and the sac fly RBI by Gabby Gricius will score Megan Nelson, and we're tied at 1.
Now batting for your Erie Tigers, number 9, Lily Smith.
Hey, Lil, let's go, kid.
And that was a good job to get that ball lifted so Gricius can get the RBI on that one. And good job by the Tigers to bounce back after that first inning to tie up the score here.
Lily Smith
Go, Fritz.
for this Tiger team. Just a freshman. A 354 hitter on the year is Lily. And she's in my advisory class. Delivery is taken outside for a ball, a little throwdown. Trying to catch Jay Hernandez as she hustled back quickly to the back. This Tiger team feels disrespected. Dylan, a 5 seed coming into the regional. They are ranked 3, but you look at this Tiger team, and they just haven't lost on Colorado soil once this season.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a surprise to see Tigers getting seeded 5th. I definitely think a lot of people in the community are unhappy about that, especially after they were in the coaches poll 3rd for basically the entire season, and they also haven't lost a game in Colorado, as you said.
Delivery swung on and missed. That was an outside pitch. That one is upstairs, taken for a ball. We're trying to help out with the scoreboard here. Not sure what's going on there, other than it's older than dirt. Lily Smith will take a walk. That will reload the bases here. Oh, man, the scoreboard came back for, there it is. It's a 1-1 the score here. 1 out. Bases loaded as Reagan Agnew will come to the plate. I think I skipped her in my starting lineup introduction, so definitely want to let everyone know about Reagan Agnew up to bat here. Happens sometimes. There's a snap throw. Almost caught Jay Hernandez.
Yeah, that was one where maybe got caught a little bit sleeping. That's the second time that the catcher, Blake, has tried that play, and that time it was real close to getting her out.
Tell you what, I've been impressed so far with the play behind the plate of Addison Blake. She has blocked some balls nicely, made a snap throw or two that have been with some pace and on the money. As Fitz stares in, delivers, outside pitch is slapped foul for Agnew. Agnew, the starting left fielder for the Tigers, 296 hitter on the year, 2 extra base hits. And takes that one wide, and another snap throw.
That's one where maybe she almost threw that one away low, but good scoop over there by third base. And now it's a 3-2 count here.
That one is also slapped foul.
And you cannot get this scoreboard to work.
Yeah, this cord is shorting out. I know you can't see it on your screen, folks, but it is giving us some problems. Delivery up at the letters, and that will walk in a run, an RBI walk for Reagan Agnew. And now Kelsey O'Dowd will come to the plate.
You're moving back there, doing great.
That pitch is chopped foul.
Yeah, and that was a great at bat from Agnew to force the count full and then draw a walk. I think Heritage fans wanted the call there. Blue thought it was definitely a little bit high, and Tigers get rewarded for it after the one run they gave up in the top of the first. They bounced back with 2 quick ones here in the bottom of the first.
Kelsey O'Dowd, how about this? You're hitting out of the 8 hole. And on the season, a 455 hitter. That one is taken upstairs. She has also drawn, I believe, 5 walks on the season. Delivery. swung on and missed. And that is strike 3 and will end the inning. The Tigers, they're able to plate 2. We'll step aside real quick on our mics here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Tigers are leading 2-1 after 1. Maddox Hall on the mound. And now hitting for the Eagles is number 24, Sophie
Mangamelli.
Yeah, the handwriting here in our book is...
I take all the blame for that.
Yeah.
I have always had chicken scratch. Should have been a doctor.
Yep. Hall with the first pitch. Ball outside, 0-1. And Maddox got a little bit unlucky in that first inning. Sorry, 1-0. And a little bit unlucky in that first inning. Hard ball off the first baseman's glove, and then a single resulted in a quick run as the 1-0 is in there for strike 1. 1-1 now. And she's hoping to just keep it steady. Tigers leading 2-1, of course. And definitely a little bit of a longer inning than she probably hoped for in the last one. And the run given up as the 1-1 is an illegal pitch.
So the umpire telling Maddox that she needs to wait a second.
So it's 2-1 now after the illegal pitch by Hull. And in the first inning, umpire definitely warned her about that.
That one high and
high and out for ball 3-1, and it looks like the coach for Erie is going to go out there and talk to her after that one.
Yeah, a little chat, settle Maddox down on the mound. You know, Maddox really hard on herself, a fierce competitor. You think about the success that Maddox has had this year, .41 ERA. She is undefeated on the year, and the Tigers were without Maddox in that Oklahoma trip, and so that's probably a big reason why they asked Gracie to kind of carry the load, and that's tough to do when you're playing a lot of games in a tournament. It's a luxury to have two pitchers. Tigers have two good ones, and they need Maddox, and so I think just want to calm her nerves down here.
3-1 is a floater just over the outreached arm of Addie Osborne for a single. And if you're the Eagles, that's definitely a great start. Got Maddox a little bit rattled, and then get a single out of the deal, and now you have 1 on, no outs. And you're only down 1 run here in the second. And now Madison Pacheco steps into the plate.
Yeah, that's a good piece of hitting there.
And the first pitch to her, swung on and missed. And that's a good pitch, a little bit on the outer part of the plate, hard to pull. And she's now up 0-1 after that first pitch. Gets the sign, reels back. Bunt is laid down. It's close to the plate, fielded easily by Agnew, out at first. And first.
Yeah, that was a great play by Megan Nelson behind the plate. Just really quick out of her stance. Sometimes when it's hit that short and your brain freezes for a second like, hey, is this going to roll foul? And it just stopped dead right in front of the plate. without hesitation, just picked it up and fired it for the out.
Yeah, and I think on that play, the right fielder, O'Dowd, came and made the play at first. And that's definitely a heads-up play on that one, on that bunt play. That bunt didn't get out maybe as much as she wanted, but it did get the job done. As the 1-0 is in there for strike one, and now 1-1. Runner is in scoring position for, I need the...
Mangamelli? Or no. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just can't read that. Chamadi?
Chamati? I'm not sure. We'll have to ask our Heritage friends maybe between innings.
Yeah, 2-1 now after that pitch.
Come on, you can't read that?
No, I can't read that. I mean, that could be is that a G? Is that a Y? I don't know. 2-1 is outside for ball 3. And so, second time this inning that Maddox has gotten down 3-1 in the count. And this is just a hitter's count, 3-1. And the 3-1 swung on, grounded to short. Osborne fields it, pump fakes, and both runners are safe. Osborne maybe didn't get the best handle on it and decided to go to second, and failed fielder's choice on that one.
Yeah, it felt like Addie never got full control of that on the transfer, and she was trying to even pump to see if she could get the runner from second to go. Had she transferred that a little more cleanly, she may have just made the throw to first.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a weird play, but nonetheless, looks like Heritage goes for another bunt. And advancing the runners.
Now batting number 3.
Jay Hernandez, a fantastic defensive play there. Reached down, barehanded that ball without hesitation again, and the Tiger defense. I mean, that was not, she was not showing bunt. That was kind of a surprise laydown. It was well executed. That's one of those where I think most third basemen in the state aren't going to make a play like that.
Yeah, and definitely, as you said, a great play, and all of a sudden, quickly goes from 2 on 1 out to now you get that quick out, and maybe you get out of this little jam here in the top of the second. As the first pitch there by Hull was in there for strike 1. And now she winds up and deals again. And ball outside and low. 1-1 now.
Hernandez has been pretty busy. First time through the lineup. I think, had 4 different plays on the ball.
Yeah, looks like it. As the 1-1 is outside. 2-1 now. Yeah, in that first inning, a 5-3 put out, and then another 5-3 put out to start the game. And then the field in the bunt there, and so she's made 3 plays already in 2 innings. As the 2-1 is low ball 3, and now third time this inning that Hull has to work herself out of a 3-1 count.
Come on, Maddox. Let's go, kid.
3-1. Ball inside. And now with the 2-hole up, Tigers in a jam, bases loaded, 2 outs. And, well, this is first inning, 1 run in, and then Tigers quickly got out of it. But now this could be trouble here, Bird.
Yeah, important moment for the Tigers, important moment for Maddox. We know the Tigers are going to hit, but you want kind of Maddox to limit her exposure today. You have a couple games, potentially 3 if you can't take care of business in this one or the next one. So you want to get out of this game. You'd like to do it as the high seed. You'd like to do it maybe in less than 7 innings.
Yeah, and so far Heritage has done a great job taking quality at-bats and getting on base and forcing Maddox into uncomfortable positions. As legal pitch again.
And that, I think, is disrupting Maddox's mindset a little bit. Getting called for illegal pitch. She just needs to calm down, pause, and deliver.
The 2-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. And all of a sudden now 1 strike away from getting out of this unscathed. And we do have a radar. We will say it is harder for us to see Maddox from our position as the 3-2 is fouled off, as we are sitting directly behind the umpires and the catcher, so our line of sight is a little bit blocked on the ball. But that was a great off-speed pitch and a better job by Fitz to lay off that, or to fight that one off rather, and force another 2-2 count. 2-2 is swung on and driven down the line. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score, 3 runs will score, and she is in there safe with the 3 RBI triple. And that was a good piece of hitting to smoke that one down the line, and 3 RBIs out of it.
Yeah, that was deep. Not too often in softball do you see triples, but that was tucked right into the corner. And, even though Reagan Agnew is a good fielder and she got to that quickly, that's good speed around the base paths by the pitcher, Fritz, helping out her own cause.
And Tigers are only down 2. There's still a lot of softball to be played, but that's definitely a surprise to see Maddox giving up 4 runs in 2 innings. But it is the playoffs, so anything can happen. The first pitch now, ball outside, illegal pitch actually. And Maddox is definitely upset, confused on what exactly she's been calling for, maybe. And I think that's definitely affecting her.
No, this is a good opportunity, though, for Maddox. These are moments in the season that you can kind of get through a little struggle, a little moment like this. It can give you confidence going into the state tournament, but you got to battle through. Maddox obviously frustrated. How do you respond to this moment? I think that's going to mean a lot for her coming down the stretch the rest of the season, the rest of this game even.
Yeah. So now 2-0 is the count. And Maddox is definitely struggling through it, and now batter Ashlyn Porter backs out, and Gracie Sackett goes to the bullpen.
Yep, they're going to get Gracie warmed up here. Nice snag again by Hernandez. She's having a gem of a game defensively so far.
Sorry, yeah, that was a hot shot down there, and a great play by Hernandez. And Tigers 3 runs here in the top of the second, and we will take a quick break here. Tigers trailing 4-2 going into the bottom of the second.
Yeah,
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Tigers trail at 4-2, bottom of the second. Mia Justin Martinez set to lead it off here in the 9-hole for the Tigers. And this is the second inning in a row where Tigers need to bounce back after a tough defensive stand. And definitely a little bit of confusion in the stands here for Tiger fans on what exactly is going on with Maddox Hole and the illegal pitches. But regardless, now it's time for the Tigers to hit.
Yeah, so the umpire's saying that Maddox, when she has ball-meeting glove, that you have to stop for a second, basically take a second-long pause, and then pitch. And they're saying that she is not doing that over and over. And I heard Coach Echo Hawk discussing with the umpire, hey, that hadn't been called all season long. Why are you starting now? And the umpire's kind of retort was, well, this is the state tournament. We're following the rules.
Yeah, I mean, umpires, as an umpire myself, like you interpret the rules however you feel, and some umpires are a little bit more strict, and I think it is fair, the state tournament, but I definitely understand the confusion with the coaches on why it hasn't been called all year. But now Tigers down 4-2. Justin Martinez needs to get something going, and the first pitch to her is high, balled one.
Yeah, Coach Echo Hawk, she's been around the block coaching. She is no stranger to big situations, heading up a couple of D1 teams, and now settling in here for the Tigers. Where
just had some more fan interactions.
we talked about that last night, where people get real upset when the PA mispronounces a name, and they come talk to us because we have mics in our face, so they assume that we're over the loudspeaker.
Yeah, 1-2 now is low. Yeah, and Blue did call that an illegal pitch. And I thought so too. Not calling called it on Maddox, and I thought she didn't come set all the way, and Blue agreed. And so 2-2. Fouled away.
That's the way to battle, mighty me.
And Martinez working the counts. And
this is going to be interesting. Now that an illegal pitch has been called on Fitz, you know, you've seen that it's kind of bothered Maddox a little bit. Is it going to bother Fitz in the same way?
Yeah, interesting to see. This first time it's been called, but now 3-2 to Martinez. Fouled away. Good at bat for Martinez.
Tell you what, both Jay Hernandez and Mia Martinez, they feel like they have been in this Erie softball program forever. So just a ton of experience. Look for a big moment here for Martinez.
As the 3-2 is called an illegal pitch and ball 4. So Martinez draws a walk to lead it off for the Tigers.
Now batting number 7, Megan Nelson.
And now you have an illegal pitch that allows a base runner. So that's 2 in that sequence. You just don't want to be thrown off your routine as a pitcher.
Yeah, I pitched back in the day, and I agree with that. Your routine, it becomes just a habit. You don't think about it, and things like that just break it, and it gets in your head, and it throws off your mojo, I guess. And it's definitely affected Maddox Hull, as there's a base hit to center field by Megan Nelson. And now the Tigers have 2 on, no outs. Same start as last inning. And as I was saying, the mojo thing, like, if it just takes one thing as a pitcher, and the strike zone is such a small place that things that are throwing you off make it so hard to find it, and if you can't find the zone, it's hard to succeed as a pitcher. And there's the first pitch is in there for a strike to Jay Hernandez.
Yeah, I just think of like a free throw shooter or a golfer where routines are so important in those kind of movements, and you suddenly tell someone, hey, you can't do that as part of your routine. I bet you're going to have golfers that hit bad shots. You're going to have free throw shooters that miss a lot of free throws. So it's going to affect a pitcher.
Yep, and the 1-1 is bunted. Great bunt, and no play for the pitcher Fitz. And Jay Hernandez with an infield hit on the bunt. And now bases loaded, no outs for Addie Osborne, and this is trouble.
That, I don't know if this was intentional or not, but Hernandez looked like she was going to bunt it down the first baseline and then kind of turned her bat, and the pitcher Fitz started running toward the first baseline.
And that's a high fly ball over the head of the center fielder and down. Addie Osborne with a double. Play at the plate. Throw is wide. 3 runs will score. Pick off. Everybody's safe. And a 3-run double for Addie Osborne. And now it's 5-4 Tigers. And that one, off the bat, I thought that was going to be caught by the center fielder there. The center fielder, Ashlyn Porter, but maybe got a little bit of a bad read, came in, got over the head, and now Tigers take the lead.
That was smoked. That had that carrying backspin on it when you hit it right on the button, and that was just a missile from Addie.
Yep, and now Tigers still no outs, still 1 on. And there's another base hit to the opposite field. Osborne coming around. Throw is there. The tag, she is safe. Runner tries to advance and is caught out at second.
That was a terrific slide from Osborne because the throw actually beat her. But you coach this all the time, how to take a slide. Where is that throw coming from? She slid, caught the outside portion, tagged the base as she was sliding past it, textbook, and it was the slide that made the run happen.
Yeah, and, Tigers take advantage of bases loaded, no outs, get 4 runs in, and now another base hit to left center, cut off by the center fielder Porter, and all of a sudden Tigers
are having a hit party.
Yeah, hit party.
Now batting number 9,
that is
Lily Smith.
5 straight hits for the Tigers and only 1 out. And now Lily Smith is up to bat. And this could be trouble here. Tigers starting to build some momentum here in the bottom of the second.
This is how you respond. When you give up a couple runs in the top of the inning, you respond. Say, we don't even need to get all of them back. Well, they've gotten all of them back and then some.
As the back pick is a little bit late, just trying to keep Grisha honest over there at first base. And Tigers have almost hit around here in this inning with only 1 out. As the 1-0 is high, ball 2.
That one came in at 57 miles an hour.
Yep, definitely dealing. Short mound, of course, 57 is a lot faster than 57 in softball is a lot faster than 57 in baseball. As legal pitch called, and now 3-0 is the count.
Man, I feel for both these pitchers. That's just a tough mental hurdle to climb.
As the 3-0 is low, ball 4.
Now
and so the Tigers keep it going. And looks like the coach for Heritage is going to come out and chat this one over.
Darren Schulthes coming out, trying to be a calming influence here for these players. And I tell you what, Dylan, I haven't been able to call as much softball this year. I've been lucky enough to catch some of the games on the ETN, but I've called a lot of softball games through the year. I have not seen illegal pitch called like this often.
Yeah, I was a baseball player. I mean, it's kind of something that you teach. I guess from what I've seen, I can guess that illegal pitch is not something you normally see, and I think it's definitely affected both the pitchers today. Sorry, and Tigers have definitely taken advantage of the mistakes more than the Eagles have. As the first pitch to Reagan Agnew is high for ball 1. And second pitch is low and away, ball 2. So 2-0 hitters count here. Runners on first and second, 1 out for the Tigers. They lead 6-4 in the bottom of the second. As Agnew digs in, Avery Fitz. Agnew shows bunt, pulls it back. Runners go, and thrown out at third. After that, Grish's looking a little bit confused. Maybe Agnew was supposed to put the bunt down. Hard to tell.
Either way, once again, I already mentioned this, Addison Blake really doing a great job behind the plate, controlling the run game of the Tigers.
Yep. As the 2-1 is in there for strike 2. And now the Tigers go from 2 on, 1 out to 1 on, 2 outs and 2 strikes. And Fitz could get herself out of this and minimize the damage. As the 2-2 just misses, maybe a little outside, a little high. And now 3-2 here for Reagan Agnew. The 3-2 fouled away. And a good job by Agnew to stay alive.
Yep, just get the bat on the ball if it's not a pitch you love and live to see another day.
Fitz gets the sign, winds up. The 3-2 fouled away again. And good at bat putting up here by Reagan Agnew, who in her first at bat RBI walked with the bases loaded. And looking for maybe another RBI here. The 3-2. Strike 3 called. And that will do it for the bottom of the second for the Tigers. But Tigers get 4 on a 3-run double from Addie Osborne, and they lead at 6-4 here through 2 innings on the Erie Tiger Network.
Leading off the top of the third.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Addison Blake, or it is Burke. I wrote Blake. I've been saying Blake all game. Shoot. She's been having a good game behind the plate. She deserves the credit. It is Burke.
Burke is 1 for 1 with an RBI single in the first inning so far.
Well, the good news for Maddox is she's seen it now called on the other side. And Coach Echo Hawk asking, why is that an illegal pitch?
Well, at least it is being called on both sides. It's always frustrating if your pitcher is being called for, but the other pitcher is being clean. But we obviously saw in the last inning that Avery Fitz is not perfect either. And it's definitely, we said it last inning, it's definitely affected both the pitchers. And that's probably part of why there's been 10 runs scored in 2 innings.
And at this point, I think if you're the umpire, both pitchers are frustrated. Both pitchers are confused, then you need to call time and you need to go out and you need to have a conversation with the pitcher. Instead of just calling it illegal pitch every time on both pitchers, have a conversation so you can say, this is what I'm seeing, this is what you need to do to satisfy my criteria.
Yep, and Maddox falling behind after the illegal pitch, and now 3-0. You got to make a pitch here.
Right away, you're on it, kid.
Keep forgetting, Dylan, that we're trading roles here. 3-1 the count here. Hull checking the armband. She'll wind, fire, and that one is in there for a strike. Important pitch there for Maddox.
Yeah, that one just caught the outside part of the plate, and a good job to work back from down 3-0 to force a full count, and now payoff pitch for Maddox Hull.
Delivery outside taken for a ball. And the leadoff runner aboard here for Heritage.
Boucher.
Andy Bashane. The hitter here for the Eagles. This Heritage Eagle team, as we mentioned, 10-13 on the year, but they're a 380 hitting team. So they score a lot of runs, give up a lot of runs. I think they're used to playing in these high-scoring games.
Looked like there maybe Reagan had a chance to make a play at first on that one, or make a play over to first. Decided to go against it and just stay safe with the ball.
Now that one is chopped to Osborne. It got through the wickets. That was a hot shot. She tried to play off one bounce and it just nicked off the side of her glove. And now Tigers in a little bit of danger with 2 on,
Now
nobody out.
Sophie Mangamelli.
Sophie Mangamelli will come to the plate. Coach Echo Hawk, I think, is going to make a pitching switch here. So Maddox talking to Gracie saying, hey, here's what you got to watch out for. As Gracie Sackett will come into the game. Caught up a little bit with her dad Bob before the game. And Kat Sackett, her can believe that already. She also has an older brother, Gavin, who was a baseball player, football player, wrestler for the Tigers back in the day. That was the OG days of the Erie Tiger Network. Back when you had to pay a subscription to watch on NFHS, and come a long way since then.
Yeah, come a good way escaping the clutches of NFHS.
You said it, not me.
Yeah, I said it. What can I say?
So Addie Osborne on the season Gracie Sackett on the season for Gracie, 11-0, 17 appearances, 2 saves, a .64 ERA. 76 2/3 of an innings pitched, as that one is in there for a strike.
And after a little bit of frustration from Maddox Hull, hopefully Sackett can get in and pitch well and keep the Tigers. And
that one got away from Gracie and hit Mangamelli. And now Madison Pacheco will come on with the bases loaded.
And this is a dangerous situation. Tigers had this in the bottom of the second, bases loaded, no outs, and they got to find a way to get out of this.
One thing that I think will help Gracie, looks a little more deliberate in her routine. That should help her avoid those illegal pitch calls. Swing and a miss. That one came in at 61 miles an hour from Gracie.
Yep, and that's a That's a good pitch after the hit by pitch. And she just needs a few more of those to get herself out of this with minimal damage.
So it will, if you look at it, it'll put up the pitch speed, then you'll see a second number. It'll either be the catcher throwing the ball back
Right.
or the hit. So it'll give you the exit velocity off the bat if they hit it.
And there's strike 3 from Gracie Sackett. Much needed punch out with the bases loaded. Here, but that is much harder to pull off in softball. With seems like all these girls have decent speed. The bases are tight. Hard to get that double play turn. So wouldn't be surprised. You see a hard ground ball in the infield. Erie might elect to come home with that.
Yep, and that's a good approach from Sackett after loading the bases on the hit by pitch. And now she's one strike away from all of a sudden 2 outs. And 2 outs, you just need a play in the field, and you get out of this without giving up any runs.
I think this is a big point in the game for Heritage. If they can't score any runs off of this, that could be demoralizing. Sackett delivers. That one just inside.
Hey, I like that 0-2 pitch, Gracie. Good job.
1-2 the count here to the 8-hole hitter, Comedy. That one high and wide. Tried to maybe get her to chase a little bit. Count now 2-2.
And those are two fine pitches, hoping for chases, as you said. And now you got to make a pitch so you don't get into the 3-2 count with bases loaded.
Gracie delivers. This one is lifted. That's going to be infield fly rule. And Addie Osborne came over, tried to call off her teammate. Didn't matter. The out was assured, but you don't want a situation where you drop it and then that runner from third sees that and hustles home.
Yeah, infield fly rule is always a mess. It's one where you kind of got to know the rules. I'm going to be honest, I don't know the rules. And good job by good job by Gracious to just come up with the ball and make a clean catch.
At least 2 runners on with a force-out situation. Less than 2 outs. Infield ball is hit. A fly ball in the infield. Immediately called infield fly. The reason for that is if you are Gracious, you could intentionally drop it and then have an easy double play. And that's what the rules of baseball and softball are hoping to avoid. Delivery, that one is chopped foul.
And, I mean, now Sackett has really worked herself out of this. She's 1 strike away from getting through this. And you just got to make a pitch.
Yeah, not only working yourself out of a jam, but just vanquishing a potential huge inning and coming up with nothing would be a blow to Heritage. That one hit to Smith. She gloves it down. She steps on the bag, and Gracie Sackett gets out. Work. Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. This broadcast is brought to you by Gen Realty. Broadcasting live from the Gen Realty broadcast booth. Jen McGurk is an experienced real estate agent with a lot of years of experience here in the Erie area. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, get into a new home, reach out, go online, genrealty.com.
Kelsey O'Dowd.
So Kelsey O'Dowd will step in on the dish for the Tigers. O'Dowd actually does pitch a little bit if needed. Has 2 appearances on the season. But O'Dowd, thought she was I guess she's a junior. Delivery into Kelsey, and she will kind of flinch at that one on the border, and that one just caught the outside piece.
And the final line for Maddox Hull, 2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned, and 1 walk. Definitely a little bit of a tough day for her. Got a little bit upset with all the illegal pitch calls, and I think that definitely affected her. Gave up 4 runs because of it.
But, I think she'll bounce back here, even today possibly. That one is fouled back. A lot of softball left in the season for this Tiger squad.
Sorry, actually 2 walks. I missed one on here for Maddox Hull.
Let's get that out, Eagles!
1-2 the count here to O'Dowd. O'Dowd looking to continue that really sharp hitting. 455 on the season. Checks at that one, holds back, and that was called a ball by the umpire. Just off the plate. 2-2 the count. That's tough to lay off of as a hitter. 2-2. That one also wide.
Yeah, that was another one that you said tough to lay off, just missing. And good job by O'Dowd to force a 3-2 count.
Delivery in wide, and that one was well wide that time. And O'Dowd with a leadoff walk. That'll bring
Now batting
Mia
number 12,
Martinez
Mia Johnston Martinez.
to the plate, the senior.
Her out, BA.
9-hole hitter for the Tigers, and we've mentioned she's just been around this program a long time, has Mia. She got some playing time her freshman year, and she's kind of been a part of this rotation all 4 years. Just a gritty player is Mia.
Yeah, always great to see somebody being on a team for 4 years, having that the playoff experience, and it's a good thing to have that veteran player on your lineup.
Yeah, and she has a ring, so she knows what it takes to get there. She was on that team her freshman year that won the state tournament. So lean into those seniors in that championship experience. Special run from the Tigers. The year was up and down, but the postseason, the regionals were chaotic, and then the state tournament, the bats came alive. The pitching from Megan Loveland and Ashley Barnett was amazing. Or excuse me, Alyssa Barnett. How dare I, Alyssa? I'm sorry. Was really phenomenal in that state playoff run, and so and they were giant killers. They took down the top seeds in the tournament. 2-2 the count here. Delivery is wide for a ball. Slow start to the bottom half of this inning. I think in some ways Fritz trying to slow things down, making sure she's not going to get called for an illegal pitch. That one is low and away. And another walk.
Now batting.
So
number
that's
7,
2 walks
Megan
for the Tigers.
Nelson.
And that is, they started off the last inning with a walk and a single, and now with the top of the order coming up, this could get dangerous.
I was just going to say that's not what you want when the top of the order for Erie's coming up, because these 1, 2, 3 hitters are just excellent for the Tigers. Nelson, 508 hitter on the year. You have Hernandez, who is a 553 hitter on the year, and then obviously Osborne.
Yeah, and of course last time Osborne came through the 3-run double to put the Tigers on top.
Fitz looking in. She'll wheel and fire. That one upstairs taken for a ball. Fitz looking to battle here. She got knocked around last inning pretty good, and I think you wonder after an inning like that what the control is going to look like. This one is fisted to the second baseman, and diving back just in the nick of time was Mia Martinez. That was a heady play, because that could have easily been a double play. That will save an out here.
That was a good read by Martinez to get back. It was a bang play, just barely got back in time.
Now Hernandez takes one up over the helmet. 1-0 to Jay. This Tiger team has had such a good year. They ran the table in league play, in a league where 10 of the 14 teams made it to regional play this weekend. And you look at this roster, and there are only 4 seniors on this roster, and so that is, 5 seniors on this roster. Bulk of the lineup will return next year, so this postseason valuable for this roster. This one is stung well to left center. That's going to one-hop the wall. 1 run will score. Heading into third is Martinez, and a 1-run double gives the Tigers a 3-run lead.
Yeah, and that's just a great hit from Jay Hernandez, and Tigers capitalize on the 2 walks to start the inning and extend their lead.
And this is why you can't just necessarily walk Addie Osborne, because Renee Laskowski behind her bats .500, leads the team in RBIs and tied for the lead in home runs. So Osborne protected in this lineup. Back in the day, you saw the best hitter in Rio Sanchez, maybe my all-time favorite Tiger player. She batted leadoff. So not much you could do with her because you had all the good hitters coming in behind her.
Yeah, and Osborne is 1 for 2 with a 2-run double in the second, and the Tigers have really just jumped on opportunities to score in this game.
That one high. Yeah, that was actually a 3 RBI bases clearing hit for Addie, so she already has driven in the runs today. That one is slapped foul.
And that's 2 foul balls that have gone onto the baseball field from Addie. And she's definitely got the power. We know that with her 6 home runs. Now she's just got to get the timing down.
Fitz digging in, 2-2 pitch on the way, fouled again. And tell you what, you keep fouling off pitches, you keep battling. I always think that's an advantage for the hitter. You just see more and more pitches coming in. You start to dial in that pitcher. 2-2 again. Important pitch for Fitz and this Eagle team. Delivery is slapped down the line, twisting just foul. At the last second, it seemed like it just, all that spin and the loss of velocity just took a hard turn to the right.
Yeah, our angle's a little bit tough for that ball, but definitely thought for a second it was going to be down the line for another multi-RBI double for Osborne.
2-2, 1 out here for the Tigers. Fitz delivers. This one is ripped past the third baseman. 1 run will score. They'll hold up the runners. Everyone moves up a base and an RBI single for Addie Osborne. Now 8-4 lead here for the Tigers.
Renee Lexowski.
Renee Lexowski now will come to the plate.
Yeah, and that was a great battle from Osborne. Found off a lot of pitches and then gets a hold of one, just sneaks under the glove of the third baseman, Pacheco.
Lexowski, you could argue, has been the best hitter for the Tigers this season, a .500 hitter with 6 home runs and 8 doubles. She leads the team in runs batted in at 33. She could add to that total here with the bases loaded, 1 out, and that one upstairs. Bases loaded, 1 out. Now a hitter's count. Delivery. This one is knobbed over the head of the third baseman. By the way, there's only 2 on. Kept saying bases loaded. Dylan's trying to give me hand signals. Got my wires crossed there. So 1 run will score, another RBI single, and still 2 on for the Tigers.
Now batting number 24, Gabby.
Yep,
Griffith.
and that was just a good piece of hitting, floating it into left field, and Tigers are adding on to the lead in the bottom of the third now.
Gabby Gricius will take a look at a first pitch ball on the outside. Tigers 1 out, 2 on here. And they continue to look like they could explode this game wide open. That one underneath the knees to Gricius. One on the count in the dirt, and a good block, but a good read by Osborne, and she's able to advance, and so is Lexowski in behind her.
Yeah, and that was one where got caught up in the spikes of Burke, and not much you can do there. Good heads-up base running from Osborne and Lexowski to advance, but regardless, Gricius reaches on the walk, so it doesn't matter at the end of the day.
Now the freshman Lily Smith will step into the dish with the bases loaded. We might have a pitching change here. It's a 5-run lead here for Erie. They put 4 on the board last inning, and we are going to have a pitching change. So we'll step aside here real quick. We'll come back and let you know everything you need to know about this new pitcher. And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. One out here for the freshman Lily Smith, and she will turn and rip, and that one is just foul. It is Pacheco, as you mentioned, the new pitcher, Madison Pacheco, for this. Gotta mute that. I started hearing myself talk. Pacheco 3-3, 11 appearances, a 5.01 earned run average this season. Pacheco wheels, fires an off-speed base pass, and Tigers continue to play a little bat bingo here as another run scores. And right now it's station-to-station softball for the Tigers.
Yep, and that was a little bit unfortunate with the center fielder shaded over that the Tigers, they couldn't advance. They had to hold up in case the center fielder did catch that. But Tigers just keeping the rally going. So far, 4 runs in this inning.
Entering the game for the Erie Tigers, number 22, Avery Gilbert.
So Avery Gilbert will step in here for the Tigers as a pinch hitter for Reagan Agnew. Gilbert, a .269 hitter on the year, and we'll chop that one foul. Avery, a couple doubles. Has driven in 4 runs. Chance to add to that total here with the bases loaded. And that one well off speed. Avery tried to hold off. That's tough to lay off of.
Yeah, that was a nice pitch. Looked like she got it out like way in front and almost like underhanded it in there, but regardless, a nice pitch and a 0-2 count.
One high and wide. That one came in at 52. I'll try and keep an eye for that. Exceptionally slow breaking or off-speed pitch. Almost like an ephus pitch. Delivery. Upstairs, Gilbert skied it over the backstop and out of play. Avery's older sister, Paige, was also a softball player, part of that state championship run. That one is pulled down the line, but foul. Avery, just a junior here. And that one is fouled back out of play. Delivery. This is turning out to be a lengthy third inning here. Almost reminds me of the third quarter of last night's football game.
Yeah, definitely a long haul last night. So far, it's been a pretty long game.
2-2. This one is turned on and ripped down the line. Camping underneath, it's the left fielder. They're going to hold up the runner. And so, allowed out there from Gilbert. Good swing, able to turn on it. That up high pitch.
The Erie Tigers, number 15, Layla Rodriguez.
And now Layla Rodriguez will come to the plate for the Tigers. Layla Rodriguez, senior, one of the quintet of seniors on this team.
Hey, 2 out now, 2 out.
Solid hitter, .417 on the season. Man, this Tiger team, they just come at you in waves. So many girls in this program can hit. Hitting just a few years ago was kind of a weak spot in this program where defense and pitching was strong. And now this hitting, it has been really good this year, top to bottom of the lineup and even into the Tiger bench.
Yeah, and it's always a good thing to see. Often with teams, you have those one or two spots that are a little bit weaker, but this Tigers team does not have that weakness, and that is a big part of why they did not lose a game in the regular season in Colorado.
2-0 pitch. That one is ripped between the hole, and short and third. 1 run will score, and 2 runs will score. Turning the bag and gliding in was Gabby Gricius, and the Tigers add to their total here in the third. That'll bring Mia Martinez back to the plate here.
Now batting for the Erie Tigers.
As the
number
Tigers
12,
have
Mia Johnson Martinez.
batted around the lineup in this third inning, and they lead it by 8.
Get out of it.
Yeah. And with that finalizes Avery Fitt's line. 2.1 innings, 10 hits, 12 runs, 7 walks, and 3 strikeouts.
Pitch on the way. This one hit back up the middle, gloved by the shortstop across the diamond and in time. And that will finally retire the Tigers. But the Tigers
Top of the fourth now. Gracie Sackett, first pitch to Eliza. I just can't read that. Your handwriting. Auger. Your handwriting.
It's the pin.
It is the pin.
It's the pin.
Oh. Fouled back just above us. Just a little bit out of the reach of us. Back here, right behind the backstop. And Sackett quickly jumps out to an 0-2 count here in the top of the fourth.
Well, if you're Gracie Sackett, you want to ride the momentum.
As the 0-2 is in the dirt, and Nelson completes the K. And good work for the Tigers. Just staying calm on defense after the big inning for the Bats.
I was about to say, you want to ride the momentum. You came in a really tough spot. You inherited a lot of runners, and a lot of times in relief, how many inherited runners do you let score kind of defines success? She did her job, shut down this Heritage team, and now just ride that wave in through the rest of this game.
Yeah, and quickly jumping out 0-2 to the second batter in this inning, Avery Fitz. And good work for Sackett. Definitely had her fooled on that one, as the 0-2 is low. And it is 1-2. Scoreboard saying 1-1 now, updates to 1-2. And Sackett has been strong so far. Just wants to keep it going. The 1-2 swung on and grounded to Audi Osborne. Flips it over to first base, and 2 down now for the Tigers. With Ashlyn Porter coming up, and Bird.
Addie so smooth on that defensive play. That actually took not the greatest hop in the world, and Addie even kind of pulling her head a little bit, still able to cleanly glove. And as soon as that's in her glove, 9 times out of 10, she's going to transfer that and fire a bullet right to first.
Yeah, definitely seen some odd bounces over there, specifically at shortstop so far today. Maybe a little bit of uneven from the warm-ups this morning. But that, as you said, good play by Osborne to keep the glove down and make the throw over to first. The 1-0 swung on, fouled away. 1-1 now. Sackett pitching to Ashlyn Porter, the center fielder for Heritage, who is 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored today. First run scored for Heritage and the first hit for Heritage in this game. The 1-1 grounded to Osborne, charging, short hop, throws over to first. Great play, and a 1-2-3 top of the fourth for Gracie Sackett and the Tigers, and they lead 12-4 going to the bottom fourth. We'll take a break here on the Erie Tiger Network. Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Tigers lead it 12-4 in the bottom of the fourth.
Number 7, Megan Nelson.
Top of the order now, number 7, Megan Nelson leading it off, the catcher. 2 for 3 on the day, 2 singles, 2 runs scored. And Tigers just hoping to add on, maybe get to that 10-run rule so we can get some extra downtime before the next game.
Now we'd like that little lunch or something.
Lunch, yeah. First pitch of the fourth is low, ball 1. And Tigers really have just been solid on offense. Nothing like no home runs in this game, as the 1-0 is grounded to third, and just beaten out. Not quite beating out the throw is Megan Nelson for the first out in the bottom of the fourth.
Now batting number 18,
and Tigers
Jay Hernandez.
have they had a double, no triples, no home runs, just lots of solid softball, lots of stringing together hits so far in this game. And there's a fly ball, foul territory, and catch is made by the left fielder, Aaron Walsh. And so real quickly here, 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth for the Tigers.
Now batting number 3, Addie Osborne.
We're up 8. We just want to make swings and get big hits. This is where your coach Echo Hawk, it's like, hey, let's lock it in. Let's execute every at-bat with the same focus and intensity as we did last inning.
Yeah, it's the type of thing we kind of saw it last night with the football game, where when you get out to a big lead, your mental strength kind of weakens a little bit, and if especially in the playoffs, you gotta be strong, because anything can happen. As Addie quickly down 0-2 here, and the 0-2 fouled away. Osborne again putting up a fight. She is 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs and 2 runs scored so far today. She has been a big part of the 12 runs that the Tigers have scored. The 0-2 swung on, grounded to third, And that ball is thrown away wide. Osborne will get to second and going for third, and there is no throw. And Osborne will get to third on a weak ground ball to third. And that's
Now
one
batting
where
number 13, Renee Laxowski.
you just got to take your time if you're the third baseman there.
Hey, let's knock her in, Renee.
And now Tigers with 1 on and 2 outs. And the 4-hole hitter Leszkowski up to bat. She is 2 for 3 as well, as that ball is high fly to right field, and the catch is made, and that will do it for the bottom of the 4th. Tigers, no runs, no hits, but they lead it 12-4, and we go to the top of the 5th. We will take a break here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Top of the 4th inning here for Heritage. And Addison Burke will lead things off. She has gotten on base both plate appearances today, a single and a walk, including an RBI single back in the 1st. And she will take a look at strike 1 in there near the knees. That one came in at 60 miles an hour. Sackett, deep knee bend. That one is in there, same spot, 61 miles an hour.
Get out of it, nothing by ya.
Delivery in the dirt. That one gets away but the out is secured. So strikeout to start the inning for Sackett.
And she's been strong with the strikeouts. That's her 3rd so far in 2 innings. Sorry, excuse me, 3 innings. And just been jumping out in counts early.
Andy Bouchane, now the batter.
5 for flinching.
She reached on an error, and no flinching allowed. I'm usually pretty good about that. All those years playing hockey and being the goalie, I think, kind of killed that in me. So
yeah, it's come back for me after playing baseball for so long. I was immune to it, and then it's come back.
Delivery is swung on. Our former Erie Tiger Network student, Madison Gambon, I tell you what, she'd about leap out of the chair every time there was a foul ball into the backstop. Sackett delivers. This one is hit to third, and once again, just been a human vacuum cleaner over there at third has been Jay Hernandez today, and she disposes of the second batter of the inning.
24, Sophie Mangiamelli.
Mangiamanelli will come to the plate here for Heritage. 2 out. And Gracie Sackett has just been so efficient for this Tiger squad since coming in.
Her first batter was the hit by pitch, but since then, yeah, strikeouts and weak contact so far.
That one had some heat on it. One the count here to Mangiamelli. Mangiaminelli. Wait. Yeah.
Giamelli.
That girl Gracie, hey, way to get up, kid.
Your handwriting is not doing us any favors.
Well, I'm actually wasn't even looking at the handwriting, so it doesn't matter. Just having trouble getting her name out of my mouth. That one is chopped to first. Smith will backhand. She'll step on the bag, and a 1-2-3 inning. First one of the day for either team. We'll step aside, head to the bottom of the fifth here on the Erie Tiger Network. Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. 8-run lead for the Tigers and a chance to end this one if they can scratch a couple across the dish here in this inning. It'll be Gabby Gricius that will lead things off for the Tigers, by the way.
Leading off the bottom of the
back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for
Gabby Gricius.
Gracie Sackett. She's retired 9 straight, so just wanted to set that record straight. So Gricius will step to the plate here. Gabby hit a sac fly back in the first, singled and walked so far in this one. So 1 for 1 at the dish today. Pitch in to Gabby, and this one is skied. This is kind of in that Bermuda's Triangle. Good job running in, though. Long run to make that play was Erin Walsh from her left field spot, and that will retire. And actually, I beg your pardon, that was
Now batting for your Erie Tigers, number
actually
9,
Avery
Lily
Fitz
Smith.
that has moved to left since pitching. That made the nice play out there in left.
Hey, good eye.
Delivery upstairs. Lily Smith made a nice little backhanded play to end last inning. Now trying to get the first base runner aboard here for the Tigers in the fifth. This one is hit well, but jerked foul. That one just out of your screen deep in the corner.
I was going to say this is the first time really that the Tigers have gotten a good count against Madison Pacheco. And that was turned on by Lily Smith, just a little bit foul.
Pitch to Lily hits her.
Hey, Two's confidence up there.
So now Avery Gilbert will come back to the plate. Avery hit one hard last
Now
inning
batting for the Erie Tigers,
to left
number
field.
22, Avery Gilbert.
Turned on it nice. Trying to find a softer spot in the defense's end. She rips this one to short. That's picked up nice onto first in time double play. So 1, 2, 3 go the Tigers in the fifth. We'll head to the sixth here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Welcome back in Erie Tiger Network. Top of the 6th now. Tigers lead at 12-4. Gracie Sackett is on the mound. Madison Pacheco
Leading off the bottom
is
top of
leading
the sixth
off.
inning for the Heritage Eagles, number 7, Madison Pacheco.
And Gracie has had 1-2-3 innings in a row, hoping to make it 3. And Tigers just want to get through these next 2 innings cleanly. So the first pitch is in there for strike 1. And to be honest, Tigers, they had that one inning. The first couple of innings were a little rough. Got outscored, came back in the bottom of the 2nd, and took the lead big time.
Both relief pitchers a lot more deliberate in their routine, so neither have kind of had those illegal pitch issues. And I think that really affected both pitchers in this game. And for Maddox and Avery Fitz, just that's tough. It's like
definitely some weird nuances as that one is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is Sackett's 4th strikeout so far in 4 innings of work. And all of the first outs in her innings have been strikeouts. So she's definitely been beating hitters so far.
Heck, the only base runner that she's allowed was the hit batter that she had in her first batter that she faced. That loaded the bases, and since then she has just slammed the door shut.
Yep, great pitching, especially in relief. Coming in with the bases loaded is always tough. And good work from Sackett.
Great pitch.
As the second pitch is in there for strike 2. 0-2 now, jumping out. She hasn't really trailed in any counts yet this game, and has gotten a lot of 0-2 counts. 0-2, outside, ball 1. And I think it's good to see, especially after how much Maddox struggled to find the zone, and how well Heritage was reading her out of the hand, I think. And Gracie has not had that issue, as that one is in there, strike 3. And 2 outs quickly here in the top of the 6th.
11, Aaron Walsh.
Go, Schmotty. Go, Aaron. Attack early, kid.
Aaron Walsh now up to bat for the Eagles. 0-2. Sorry. 0-1 with a sac bunt and ground out to first. And quickly down 0-1. Second pitch is high and maybe a little bit outside, ball 1. 1-1 now. The 1-1, fouled away, 1-2 now. And Sackett is 1 strike away from her second 1-2-3 inning, and 1 strike away from striking out the side in the top of the 6th. The 1-2, low, good block by Megan Nelson. Always good to get the reps in, even with nobody on.
Tell you what, catcher sometimes is a thankless position. You can get just absolutely beat up as a catcher behind the plate.
2-2, called strike 3, and Sackett K's the side in the top of the 6th. And with that, we will take a quick break here on the Erie Tiger Network. And welcome back in Erie Tiger Network. Bottom of the 6th now. Tigers lead it 12-4 over Heritage.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th inning.
And
for Erie Tigers.
coming in to hit for O'Dowd.
Chance to end the game, just like last inning. You want to maintain that focus. And there's a hit batter.
Okay, good start for the Tigers. One on quickly.
Here we go, Mo.
And
Entering the game for the Erie
And now
Tigers,
looks
number
like
14, Molly Nelson.
And now looks like Tigers kind of taking the starters out with this probably being their last time to the plate in this game. And a runner on here quickly for Molly Nelson.
M. Nelson replaces M. Nelson. Oh, no, actually, she replaced it. Mia Martinez.
And there's a base hit to left center. Both runners will advance. And Tigers got 2 on and nobody out. Top of the order now.
This is more fun. M. Nelson is now hitting after M. Nelson.
Yeah.
Now
the
batting number
twins,
7,
the Nelson
Megan
twins.
Nelson.
And maybe Megan will be able to drive in her sister. And looks like now a pinch runner coming in at second. I'm not writing that down.
Don't. Yeah.
I'm not writing that down.
Not enough space in the scorebook.
Yeah, scorebook is a little weird. So now Nelson is up. Megan Nelson, Molly Nelson on first. First and second, no outs. Tigers lead at 12-4. Bottom of the 6th. Goes to lay down the bunt, and nobody's covering first. And everybody will advance one, and that's just miscommunication from Heritage.
Well, it's also a little bit of
Now
that's
batting
where
for
you
your
want
Tigers,
maybe
number 18,
your
Jay
right fielder to
Hernandez.
cover, but the shift is on for Heritage. There is nobody in right field. There are 2 center fielders, 1 left fielder, and nobody in right field right now for Heritage.
I have not seen, and Jay Hernandez, if you hit one through the hole to the left side, it could be 3 bases, depending on how long it takes the right fielder to get there. And there's a high fly ball. Center fielder will come over, catch it. Runner will tag and score. That is Aaron Young scoring. And good heads-up base running by everybody will advance. All around good heads-up base running.
Well, you have one of the best hitters in the state in Addie
Now batting for
Osborne
the Erie
coming to the
Tigers,
plate,
number
and all you
3,
need
Addie Osborne.
is a sac fly at this point, and would end the game.
Mm-hmm. With the 10-run rule after 5 innings. 5 innings of play, yep. And looks like Heritage is talking this one over. I will say the shift did work, and the outfield shift did work on that play. Hernandez hit it basically right to the center fielder who was playing in the left center gap. First pitch is low. Catcher tries to back pick. That is Molly Nelson over at third. Nelson heads up to get back. Pacheco winds up and deals. That is ball too high, and now a hitter's count here for Addie Osborne.
And they're going to go ahead and walk Addie. I actually think that's a smart decision. They tried to give her 2 inside pitches, hoping that she would maybe pull one into the shift. And, well, you're already down 2 balls. It's a hitter's count with a good hitter. Why not just walk her? Now it's a force at every base.
Yup. of course, and then a base hit up to center field, and that is going to do it. 2 runs will score on that, but that will be it for Erie versus Heritage in Game 1. Tigers take it 14-4 in 6, and will advance to the regional championship game.
All right, well, we will see you in a little bit here on this same field. It's a noon scheduled start time, but with this one ending at 11:56, it'll probably be more like 12:30 start. I don't know what the score was from the other game, but we will carry this one live on the Erie Tiger Network this afternoon. A chance for the Tigers to win and punch their